What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Elevator Life.
Guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good week. We're wrapping ours up over here, getting ready for the weekend.
Yeah, we are. Just had a bunch of good, productive wine tastings today, and we're hoping for, we're doing some promotions around town during the Canton Fair with some of the big restaurants and hotels, so hoping for a very good next 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. And as we prepare for the weekend, that kind of brings us to the topic we wanted to talk about right before everybody else goes on their weekend. Yeah. Because it relates directly to it. And this week we answered a question actually that was, how do you deal with entrepreneurship burnout? And that really hit home for us for many reasons, especially because when you're living in a foreign country, this idea of entrepreneurial disconnect is so relevant. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Because not only do you have the fact that, yeah, you do get burnt out on projects that you're working on constantly, paired with the fact that you're living and have moved away from home to a new place, and you're living there full time, like us. So the burnout effect can happen a lot heavier, a lot quicker.
When you look at like the anxiety or the, I don't like to say stress, but the pressure put on you of running your own business, making sure you maintain it, on top of living in a foreign country where things aren't what you're used to, that, you know, they literally compound on each other to where it's, you know, you run into it a lot of entrepreneurs where it's just, they're just exhausted. You see them, they're just, it's taking everything out of them, and then on top of that, you know, something happens that day in their foreign country, and that's the straw that broke the camel's back, I guess, where they just throw in the towel for a little bit, or disconnect, or get angry, or handle it the wrong way, which is why we want to talk about what we do and how we see fit and how we think you should handle it.
It really happens at certain stages in your entrepreneurship journey. And this can relate to anything that you're starting out or wherever it is. But if you're at the stage where you're just beginning, you're probably reading all those how-to books, reading all the blogs, which you should be, because it gets you super excited. And what do those books tell you? They tell you if you're gonna run a startup, if you're gonna start a business, it's got to be something you're extremely passionate about. Something that keeps you awake until the wee hours of the morning, maybe all night, working day in, day out, day in, day out, always, you know, getting everything done, and that's 100% true. That's definitely how it should be in the beginning of your business. That excitement is what kind of pulls you through the tough initial times, you know? You're just super excited, even if you get hit or, you know, have to go over a speed bump, you're still like, this is awesome.
Yeah, well, I think Steve Jobs said it best when he said that you have to be crazy / in love with the project you're doing, because when normal people stop, that's when you need to just keep pushing through and stay motivated and dedicated to it. Like Tim just said, you have to be very, very passionate about what you're doing, or else when you normally want to throw in the towel, you have to take that mentality and just shove it to the side and just keep driving forward. Long nights, long hours, all-nighters. We thought those were done in college, you know, studying for exams or being out having fun. No, they definitely carry over post-university.
Yeah, and so when this entrepreneurial burnout really comes into effect is after that phase. After, say, you've been doing it for 2 years, and you're still working on the same business, you're still in a foreign country, that's when burnout can really hit a lot of people. You know, their business is making money, but they're just, you know, ready to, or just get really, really frustrated. And that happens a lot in China.
Well, yeah, what he just said, after 2 years' time, this is all you know. This is all a few months, this is all we knew, was every day, day in, day out, working and trying to improve our business. And then it got to a point where it was like, okay, the business is running, things are going well, it's growing. Do I still need to be doing this as I was in the building stage where 100% of my focus had to be on it? Or, you know, can I look away? Can I take a little daily break every few months, take a little vacation, and really remove yourself from it? I mean, even last year we went to the Philippines. We brought our seal with us. We're having to fax documents. You know, trying to do that in Boracay, it's like, well, that was a year ago. So, you know, we still didn't even know then that the importance of just removing yourself and how refreshing it is.
Yeah, you get addicted, and when you're in the building stage, you get addicted to working almost. The idea that you have to be doing something, you got to be doing something with your business. And that's a really interesting concept because startups for the rest of us, I think I was listening to, then they said, just because you're sitting in front of your computer, just because you're thinking about work or something like that, doesn't mean you're working. It doesn't include work. And that's what you almost get to a stage that leads you into burnout, is that you think and you almost become addicted to this idea of working, when really you need to have the ability to step back and realize, okay, this isn't the most efficient way I should be spending my time.
Yeah.
The best way to do it is to step out. Mm-hmm. Schedule time, schedule ways to clear your brain, to get out of your business. And it's really hard for entrepreneurs in between that stage to learn that and to realize that stepping away from your business is actually going to help your business.
Yeah.
And that's where the idea of entrepreneurial disconnect comes in.
Yeah, I remember we were talking to some other entrepreneurs we frequently talk to, and it's just being able, whether it's 30 minutes in the afternoon, it's power nap, or an hour where you go to the gym and you don't bring your phone and you just have your just have your iPod and you have the music where you're focusing only on what you're doing. It's good because it really rejuvenates your ability to be creative and think and be productive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of the best things that I've learned personally. That disconnect. Take time out of your schedule, guys. Schedule a half day throughout the week.
Yeah.
Stop work midday, go do something. Every single day of the week, the day might switch, but make sure that time's there. On Sundays is a great time. Sunday afternoons through the night, just either recap what's going on or what you're going to do the next week, but make sure you're giving yourself that time.
Yeah, maybe productive morning and then post-lunch, let's say, until you wake up Monday, do all you need to do, and then it's you time. And that you time is really good. Just like we said, you really just have to what do they say in wedding crashes? Like recharge the jet fuel or whatever it is. Recharge the jets. It's like you need to do that to where it's, the next day you don't wake up, it's like, oh, just back into that same routine. It's like, all right, ready to go. Now, how am I attacking this? And then you go forward.
Yeah. This idea, not everyone that's going to be listening to this will be in this situation, because it's a little bit ahead of people that are starting out.
Yeah, very true.
But it's still an important concept when you're undertaking anything. Mm-hmm. I just got back from the States a month ago now, but had to get back into the gym routine. Mm-hmm. And it's important on those first 2 weeks when you're getting back into the gym, you're going to feel like a weakling. You're going to feel pathetic and you're going to hate it.
Yeah.
But you just got to tell yourself, all right, this is fine. If I get in here 2 times this week, 2 times the next week, don't push it too hard, that's fine. Just the fact that I'm taking those steps.
Yeah.
Okay? Because if I went hard in, then hard in again, and then hard in again, by the end of that week, I'm burnt out.
Your body would be destroyed. It'd be worn out.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's physical, it's mental, it's emotional, it's everything. Like you just said, Ryan, who you guys know, you've seen him in a few of our videos, him and I go on runs a few times every week. I was on that business trip for 2 weeks and change. I come back and try to do the same route at the same pace, make it less than halfway, and it's like, well, I guess I've been drinking and eating unhealthy food and, getting not my normal routine for a few weeks, so obviously my body's not used to it. So start slower and you just build back up into it, and you just have to have the mentality knowing you'll be there, but just don't try and, like he just said, just go right back in there and start doing what you were doing before, or else it's going to be a rude awakening because you just can't.
Yeah, it's about having the idea, being able to picture it and visualize it. Like, with working out, you got to visualize, okay, I don't need to do everything right now. Yeah. With your business, you got to realize, okay, if I step out for 8 hours, nothing is going to happen.
Yeah, it won't fail, it won't fall, get off track.
You got to be able to get out there. We've seen so many people come and go here. To realize how important this aspect is, this idea of disconnect, this idea of giving yourself something to look forward to really recharge, so that, I think personally that's the most important part. You get a recharge, so when you come back, you're working way better than if you were to just continue to work all the way through. Another smart thing that I have found out is that my ideas, and creativity are way better than if you're able to remove yourself from a situation and then come back in with a fresh take. And like I said earlier, I think this whole idea of the burnout applies to a lot of different situations than just entrepreneurs, but it really, really applies to international entrepreneurship, which is what we talk about on here. So we wanted to really hammer this nail down for anyone out there that's in, another foreign country and is like, oh, God.
And you see that speed bump that you think you can't get over, you step back, because you've been thinking about it for 3 hours and you don't have a solution, whatever it is, you step away, then you come back with a fresh mind, and you're going to have a new outlook, a new way to try and solve the problem, and it's just so much more productive at the end of the day than Googling something for 4 hours rather than stepping away for an hour break and then coming back and smarter searches or reaching out to contacts who know better. You're able to problem solve so much more, and that's why it's really important.
Isn't it interesting how you can be on the computer and be working and then go to Facebook and you're on Facebook for 30 minutes and you go back to working and you still all include that as working?
Yeah, exactly. It's not.
Yeah, it's not. But guys, heading into the weekend, we just wanted to send everybody off with this kind of idea of the burnout. Yeah. Even if, say, you haven't started a business, okay? Maybe that's something that you need to burn out of.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're just always procrastinating, take this weekend, set a time apart to clear your head and turn over a new leaf starting next week.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
For all you entrepreneurs out there that are right in the startup phase, really addicted to your business, keep it going, but keep this message in your mind for when you hit that next phase. The idea of entrepreneurial burnout: take time out of your schedule to sit down, refuel your engines.
Yeah. Exactly. Like you said, if you're just starting out, I love how we have the phases like we're talking about. As you're transitioning, come back to this video and watch it again, because you'll see it. Normally people don't notice for months until they're like, oh, I could take a break. You know what I mean? Because you love what you do, and that's great, and you should, but much better work will come out of you. You'll produce much better results, if you're able to disconnect.
Exactly. While we aren't going to share what we do in our time off and how we choose to spend it, which is fantastic, that's not here or there, maybe another video. But if you need any ideas on what you should do for a disconnect, we have plenty of ideas, so shoot us some emails, feel free to that. But we do not want to leave you guys that are just in the startup phase of things just being like, oh, okay, I need to go take a month-long vacation.
Yeah, no, that's not what we're saying.
Yeah, we're talking about a different stage.
Yeah, take a 30-minute nap on the couch, wake up, you're refueled, more energy, and then get right back after it, because you need to make sure this thing will be successful, and after that, go on your vacation.
All right, guys, that's it from us. Have a great weekend, and remember this idea of the what are we calling it the whole time?
Disconnect.
Disconnect. The burnout.
The burnout.
Don't get burnt out. Take some time for yourself and refuel those engines so you can kick some butt.
He's been working too long today. Let's let him disconnect. We'll be back next week.
All right, guys. Later.
Cheers, everyone.